And welcome. Damn.
Welcome to Roll for Lore, the podcast for you if you like or you think way too much about Dungeons and Dragons.
My name's Sean,
My name's Jessica, and today we're talking about
the Ranger.
the Ranger.
And it's our first ever video
Are we
podcast.
going to look at each other or look at each other?
I think we have to look at each other. We'll figure this out, people. This is good. If we glance sideways, it's because that's where the other person is.
We can flip our frames. Okay, anyways, this is not good podcasting. We are fiddling with video.
Yes, there will be video. If you're listening to this via audio, there will be video on YouTube, and there will be video clips on Instagram, which is the important part. Please go follow us on Instagram. I'm going to say right now, up top,
We're
about the giveaway.
the giveaway. Okay, let's go.
Yeah, the book is still out there. So we are giving away a book. It is the Worlds and Realms lore book. It's all about the lore of Dungeons and Dragons. And it is signed by the author, and you want to win it. And all you have to do to get it is go to one of our recent posts where you see a video of us talking, or the one of me promoting the book, and tag somebody. Just tag anyone. Tag somebody who likes D&D.
Tag Sean.
No, don't tag me. That defeats the purpose. Tag somebody who's going to listen to the podcast and be our friend.
Oh, okay. Well,
speaking of friends, we're also going to be running D&D. This will be the last episode to go out before the D&D. So if you want to play D&D with us, come join the Patreon. Patreon's free. And we're going to be playing on, I think it's the 26th or 29th. It's a Sunday night. I think we have a full house, but we're going to have another one of these coming up soon. And somebody brought it up that we should live stream it on Twitch. So
we could set that up. I could set that up.
I don't know if I'll have it ready for this one or not. No promises.
Okay. Yeah, no promises, but we'll look into that. That's a good idea. Definitely be fun to build a little audience there. And I have a Twitch channel, but I don't stream on it anymore.
You streamed on Twitch?
Not well, because my setup in my old place was really, really shitty. So there was a lot of delay and lag, and it ended up not working. But I really wanted to stream on Twitch. My new place, I might be able to do that. Maybe.
Yeah, you should be a Twitch streamer.
But not of Baldur's Gate, because I've already played that one time. And I play games one time. That's it.
I know you played Baldur's Gate more than one time.
Okay, fine.
I know you're playing the Witcher series right now for the fourth time.
Okay, that's not true. I have never played the first and second Witcher games. So I'm playing the first one right now. And I love this. I just have no idea where to look. But I'm playing the first one right now. I played the third one. The third one was awesome. I played all the way through that. I got all the achievements and all that shit. So I'll be doing that again before the fourth one comes out.
Rad.
Yeah, I just play a little too many video games. No, what I'm on right now, Sean, is Planet Zoo. I've been building zoos, which also has nothing to do with Dungeons and Dragons.
What is Planet Zoo?
It's those tycoon games that were really popular for a long time. Well, Zoo Tycoon was one of my favorites growing up. And Planet Zoo is that game on steroids with awesome graphics and way better animal management system and conservation points. So you can only get animals if you're really kind to them instead of just releasing lions loose.
What's the animal management system?
Well, okay, so I have made a franchise zoo, and in this franchise zoo, I'm allowed to trade my animals with other people's animals around the world. Real life peoples, not animals. Real life people.
Real life people trading fake animals. So it's like Pokemon.
Oh, it is.
Do they fight?
You should not make them fight, but you can put them in each other's exhibits, and they attack each other and kill each other.
All right. Well, this sounds fantastic. I look forward to your new podcast.
My new Twitch stream. Planet Zoo stream.
You got the right mic for it. Put your mic in the frame so I can see how pretty your mic is.
I'm so self-conscious about this mic now. Should I even tell that story?
What story?
About what Trey said?
What did Trey say? I didn't know what Trey said.
Okay, so Trey, whom does his career may or may not be acting, he asked me if I was ever self-conscious about my microphone, and I was like, why? And he's like, well, because it looks like a dick.
What?
It does not. It's pink. It's pink. Anyways, that's probably not good for audio either. It's me flailing around with my mic.
If that's what Trey's dick looks like, then the universe is just because that man is so handsome in every other way. I hope he's got a weird fluffy dick.
Yeah. Anyway, so he said that to me, and then now I'm like, does it look like that? No, it doesn't. It's just pink. I like it.
I like it. I
I do
love
too.
it.
It's very girly.
It's very fit. It's girly pop.
Um,
Brat summer. Brat girl podcast
Brat
summer.
Girl podcast summer. Honestly, we think about this, John. We have not recorded in a long time.
Yes, I wrote these notes very long ago. This is going to be a loosey goosey episode.
Yeah, so we're getting back in the swing of things. So over the holidays, we had recorded episodes ahead of time. And then we had things come up where I had to reschedule our last recording session. We're going to have all of our episodes on time, but that just means
the episode where normally when you hear us, we recorded 2 or 3 weeks before the episode comes out. The episode we're recording right now comes out tomorrow.
Yep. So this is the first time. What can we say that's super relevant?
Hashtag LA Strong.
Oh no.
That's
it is relevant. I forgot those things were happening.
Today's the last day of Biden's administration.
Yeah. TikTok was banned and then unbanned.
Happy Martin Luther King Day.
Yeah. Okay. We probably won't be able to do that very often.
Yeah. There you go. Anyway, so today we're talking about Rangers.
Okay.
Speaking of President Biden.
Oh, please tie that in.
No, I have no tie in there.
Okay. You can't make one up? Think about one. I'll ask you at the end how maybe we could make Biden a Ranger.
Well, all politicians are rogues because all politicians are scoundrels.
Oh, get them, Sean. Get them.
Hot opinions. I know you guys come here for hot takes.
Yeah, let's hot takes for political opinions. Nah, tell me about Rangers.
Okay, Rangers. So first, let me ask you a few questions about Rangers.
Okay.
When you think of a Ranger in fantasy, being the well-read, well-versed person, you know what the word eked means.
Is it eked?
Yeah, like they eked out a living.
Okay.
That's a shout out for the people in the Patreon. You got drugged for that.
Did I? Oh my god, I haven't. Okay, I'll go on tonight. I haven't gone on the Patreon in a hot minute because it gives me social anxiety. But I'll go on tonight. I promise.
I was listening back to that episode and I was like, wait. That's the word eked. Jessica knows what eked means.
I don't know the word eked.
I look as many freaking books as just just barely got it out, barely scraped by.
I probably just skimmed over that word. Just like that was a typo.
Yeah.
I don't know. Anyway,
there are typos in these D&D books.
Yeah.
Anyway, what do you think of Rangers? What are some examples of Rangers that come to your mind?
Aragon.
Yeah,
that's the big one.
So Aragon, it's Aragorn. Just before you get drugged again.
Yeah, okay, Aragorn.
I'm joking. People pronounce it both ways. I'm just joking.
Yeah.
I think he's like the quintessential Ranger.
Mm-hmm.
And in D&D, it definitely started out just playing that guy.
Oh, really? So that's
because all D&D was started out playing Lord of the Rings,
yeah,
right?
Exactly.
But boys have gone off the beaten path.
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever heard of a guy named Drizzt?
Drizzt, yes.
Drizzt Do'Urden.
Yes.
The Dark Elf.
Yep.
So he's like, at least when I started playing D&D, he was like the poster boy of D&D.
Mm-hmm.
He was all the most popular D&D novels were about him. And we started listening to the first one.
Yes.
I think I made it further than you, but neither of us finished it.
I know, yeah.
I have every intention of finishing it. I at least got to where the story was good.
Because we want to speak about those books on the podcast. So
yeah, I think we'll have to consume all of them because it's such a big part of D&D.
Yeah.
But he's kind of like the Ranger. Anyway, so Rangers in fantasy and D&D, I just want to preface this whole conversation we're about to have by saying before the advent of Dungeons and Dragons, there were very few Rangers in pop culture.
Mm-hmm.
Aragorn was probably multi-class. He probably wasn't even a straight Ranger. And he was more ranger in title, being like the Rangers of the North.
Yeah.
So I just want to say that. All right,
Okay. Okay.
let's talk about real life rangers.
Okay. Real life.
Can you name any real life
Okay.
rangers?
Let me think. I'm gonna take this question seriously this time and think about it really
No, it's
hard.
funner when you don't take it serious.
Real life rangers. Tyra Banks.
Okay, yeah, that makes 100% sense. All right, so I'm gonna tell you what I came up with
Yeah. Shit. Okay. No, I honestly can't think of any.
because it was
I keep
kind of
on thinking like Genghis Khan or something. I'm trying to
because
think of like historical
here's
figures.
kind of the deal, right? So rangers, there were so many rangers in human history.
Yeah.
Basically, all humans were rangers for millennia,
Okay. I see
right?
where you're going with that. Yeah. All
And
right.
then rangers are basically just glorified hunter, and they're like really good hunters.
Yeah.
And hunter's just a freaking job.
Yes.
Our boss is a ranger.
Yes. Yes.
He's got night vision goggles that are like Russian surplus. They're insane how good these goggles are.
Yeah.
Have you played with his goggles?
No, I've never seen them. I haven't gotten to that level of friendship with Travis.
There's like a whole helmet apparatus. It's crazy,
That's
but
badass.
yeah, he had me walk outside with them already turned on, and then like walk around the corner down the alley, and he walked down the alley, and I could see him walking down. He's like, "Okay, now flip him up," and I flipped him up, and I couldn't see anything.
I want
It
to
was so
try them. I'm going
crazy.
to ask him about them on Monday. He's going to be like,
Yeah, he's like, they're the best night vision goggles you can buy.
that's
I
cool.
think I forget what country, it wasn't Russia, but they were surplus from some military. Anyway,
That's our boss, folks.
Rangers.
Rangers.
Um, Lewis and Clark, I think, are the quintessential
Hell
example I
yeah.
could find out.
I'm going to get flame for that one too because I'm from Idaho. All we talk about is Lewis and Clark because that's the only people we have worth talking about there.
What did Lewis and Clark do with Idaho?
They came through it and then back.
They walked across the entire United States.
I know. That's the only people of note that's ever been to northern Idaho.
Northern Idaho's just like,
Yeah.
what's the other state right next to Idaho?
Montana,
Yeah,
Oregon, Washington.
Northern Idaho is just like eastern Montana, basically.
It's just southern Canada.
Southern Canada. Anyway, okay, so let's talk about this. I'm going to read my notes. And I just want to give everybody listening to the podcast a heads up. I recorded these notes. I wrote them 2 weeks ago and I haven't reviewed them.
Okay.
So, this is probably going to be really eloquent. What comes to mind when you think of rangers? People who live off the land. People who can spend great amounts of time surviving in the wilderness. People who can befriend animals. Warriors who outsmart their foes. A master of their surroundings and weapons alike. When talking about real world history of such types of people, one could argue that rangers were so ubiquitous in early days that they were unremarkable. Every group of people had rangers for millennia, but it was just a job, or so that is what I posit. It was the last few centuries as the world became a more settled place that there has been less room for daily ranging. So, thinking of this period of time around the beginning of the 1800s, when the last ranges were left to be ranged, I think of Captain Meriwether Lewis and his good friend, Second Lieutenant William Clark, and their legendary expedition across the Louisiana Purchase.
Please teach me right now about Lewis and Clark. Fuck D&D.
Thomas Jefferson commissioned the expedition in
Please.
1803, and he had this to say about Captain Lewis. This is a quote from Thomas Jefferson.
Okay, I'll be quiet.
One of the greatest political minds, but most problematic personal lives of any presidents we've ever had.
Mm-hmm.
All right. It was impossible to find a character who, to a complete science in botany, natural history, mineralogy, and astronomy, joined the firmness of constitution and character, prudence, habits, adapted to the woods, and familiarity with the Indian manners and character. Requisite for this undertaking all the latter qualifications Captain Lewis has.
Did he take a breath at
I
all when he
don't
said
know.
those words.
I don't know if people actually spoke like that or if he's like trying to put on airs. But here's what I'm hearing. Here's what
Yeah,
I'm hearing. Let's break this down a little bit.
please.
This guy has is complete science in botany, natural history, mineralogy, and astronomy. The guy's got a good wisdom score and a good intelligence
He
score.
does have a pretty good wisdom
He's
score.
he's got proficiencies in nature, you know?
Mhm.
And then he's got prudence and habits adapted to the woods and familiarity with the Indian manners and character. He's got proficiency in survival and he speaks other languages.
Oh,
See,
okay.
this is what I'm getting at, right? And he has a resequit. Anyway, and then I'm gonna read some more stuff. From their deep knowledge of wilderness survival to the diplomatic skills with indigenous tribes, Meriwether Lewis and William Clark exemplified the resourcefulness, adaptability, and leadership typical to this classic adventuring archetype. All through their journey, these real life explorers showcase many abilities and traits that could be associated with the well built ranger in the world of D&D. One of the most defining characteristics of a ranger in D&D is their expertise in survival and navigation. Lewis and Clark, tasked with mapping the uncharted western territories of the United States, relied heavily on these skills. They traversed thousands of miles of unfamiliar terrain, navigating dense forests, treacherous rivers, and imposing mountains,
Better give him crap for that, guys. Don't
and
just pick on me.
imposing mountain ranges. Like a ranger's favored train ability, they adapted quickly to their surroundings, learning to read natural signs, track game, and identify safe routes. Clark, in particular, acted as the expedition's cartographer, creating detailed maps of the regions they explored, much like a ranger charting their domain for future adventures.
Oh, wow. Yep. But do they use magic though? And did they have animal companions though?
No, but they did hang out with Sacagawea.
More than just hang out with her.
She was just like a really cool 16-year-old girl that like we thought was she had a baby.
Yeah. Yeah. Just a really cool girl. No, I don't think she was
She's on the gold coin, the gold dollar, so that's like related to D&D.
that's
I used to take okay,
I
so I
like
used to
that.
live pretty close to the DART stop,
Yeah.
and the DART stop is the Dallas Area Rapid Transit for those not in Dallas. And anyway, the train would give you when you bought your ticket, it was $4.
Hmm.
It would give you your change in Sacagawea dollars.
No way. I've never gotten that coin other than in a fucking Christmas stocking, you know? Like I've never used it in real
I
life.
used to work at Best Buy, the Best Buy was by the train. Anyway, I'm getting too many details.
I like it.
I didn't have a car for a while, and so I would take the train,
Yeah.
and I would put a $20 bill in, get 16 gold coins, and then I'd just be walking around the Best
Just
Buy store,
you're just jingling.
and I still had another 16 coins from the day before. I just got 32 gold coins in my pocket, and that's like all my money for the rest of the.
When we go to the Ren Fair this year, we need to just bring Sacagawea dollars.
Yeah, that'd
And
be
that's how we
rad.
pay with it. Actually, we would probably be the most hated people in that whole fucking park.
I think everybody there would like it and
They'd
have a good
appreciate
experience.
it until we buy something worth $150 in
Just
Sacagawea coins. Because
oh,
nothing at the Ren Fair is cheap.
no, I'm gonna bring platinum.
Ooh, platinum
Yeah,
coins?
yeah, they're Kennedy
The
dollars.
Candy dollars. So Lewis and Clark, yeah, they're
Okay,
rangers. They sound like
all
rangers.
right. I don't want to talk at length about the real world examples because Lord of the Rings.
Oh,
Aragorn, so cool. So Aragorn is a ranger, and the class ranger is based off him basically. Rangers in Lord of the Rings books were people without a land and dwindling in numbers. They were inspired by the Franks after the fall of the Western Roman Empire. The Rangers of the North were grim dudes, pretty depressed, and they hung out in the woods all day and tried to kill evil stuff and food to eat.
I love this is how your notes are written. It's awesome.
Everything I'm reading off this is I wrote.
Oh.
Aragorn had that ring with the horse. Aragorn had that thing with the horse.
Oh, okay.
He had cool weapons. He had a cool hood. These are all things a good ranger should have.
Yeah.
However, he also had a high charisma and good persuasion. Rangers in the game don't get that. But I guess that is why he's the king of men, and your character is just some dude going in dungeons.
I take it back. I don't think Tyra Banks sounds anything like a ranger.
No, Tyra Banks is a glamour bard.
Oh,
Do you have a sword that commands a ghost army and hot elf girlfriend? I didn't think so.
no.
Hmm? So,
I've never once had a hot elf girlfriend.
no? Okay. Me neither. But that's only because elves aren't real. I posit that if elves were real, we'd both have like so many hot elf
I
girlfriends.
better.
Yeah. All right, D&D history. Okay, so I gotta admit to you, I don't know if you've noticed this or not, but I've gotten really bad about posting the notes on Patreon. I don't think anyone has noticed, but
No one's reading our
on
amateur notes on Dungeons and Dragons?
Patreon,
What do you mean?
though we still keep them. Just so
We
you know, we
do.
still
We
keep them,
take, and they're meticulous.
and I'm going to use them in an AI project that is forthcoming. Right now, we're doing stretch goals for the Patreon. 50 episodes. We'll start. 50 patrons. We'll start a Discord. 100 patrons. We're going to do a Mega Goblins episode. I
I
think
love it.
200 patrons. I'm going to release because I do AI stuff at work. For those of you who don't know, I'm going to release the AI Roll for Lore chatbot.
Oh boy. Is it going to be our personalities if they had a baby?
No.
Is it going to be both of us?
Yes.
Yes, I
I'm
love
I'm
this.
pretty sure it's going to cost money to do this. Like
Okay.
it will not be expensive, but nor will it be cheap for
This
me to
guy,
execute
here,
this.
I'm looking at the camera for this. This guy piling up expenses on me when I'm engaged. I'll plan for a wedding. I just bought a house. Now we're gonna build AI chatbots of
Well, that's what
ourselves.
I'm saying. We gotta get Patreon.
That's true. Okay,
We gotta
so
get Patreon
so
people.
help us by coming to our
Yeah,
Patreon, which is free right now.
Patreon. What is up on Patreon is free,
Yes.
and joining Patreon's free. At some
Yeah.
point, we're gonna try to start milking you guys so I can build chatbots.
Well, so also we have the time and energy and the resources to do more cool things.
Yeah, like build chatbots.
Like build chatbots. That's kind of fun. That's really cool. Okay. Well, then that makes me even more motivated to continue up with my very meticulous
But
copy and paste notes.
I'm pretty sure. I don't want to get ahead of myself. I'm not guaranteeing anything,
Okay.
but I'm pretty sure you, dear listener, there will be a time in the future when you can go to a website and you can type in "I went to lore on Dritz Jordan," and we've never recorded that episode, but you type that in, and then you get a whole episode custom made for you.
Oh,
I'm pretty sure I can do
damn.
that.
Okay, he's like announcing this to y'all while also announcing it to me. So, and he's not making this shit up because he does do this for our work. So I actually believe this is possible.
Yes. Now I know it might just be me in the episode because I haven't asked Jessica if she wants to be in there. My other co-host, he has told me he does not want me to do this with our other podcast.
Oh, really? No, I'm
Yes.
okay with it. I think
I
it's
figured you
cool.
would be. I didn't think you would mind
I
at
think it's
all.
interesting. I really love that idea. That's our technology these days, guys, is crazy what we can
I
do.
think the thing. Anyway, we'll talk more about that.
Yeah.
Anyway, the point is, there's a picture I want everybody to see. Um, the
I want
book.
to see it.
Okay, D&D history. Rangers have been a part of the game from very early on, first appearing in 1975's The Strategic Review, Volume 1, Number 2.
Oh.
This is the cover art. Jessica, can you describe this cover art?
Okay. I'm on camera, but okay. So we've got an elephant with a blanket on its back, and it's wearing a little cap, and then it has a gold carriage on the top of it, and it's trampling a man. Not the carriage, but the elephant is trampling a man.
I love the hat. I love that the elephant has a hat.
It's very specifically has a very red hat, like kind of like Abu from.
It's giving big Aladdin vibes.
It's very big Aladdin vibes. Imagine Aladdin's little elephant boy.
Prince Ali,
Oh
fabulous
gosh,
he,
Ali.
Ababa. All right. This was a 24-page magazine, 24-page magazine, and it included the following articles: the D&D magic system,
Mm.
on being a DM,
Hmm.
Tay Kumel update, the missile weapons in classic warfare, the demise of SR, I don't. I would like to read those articles.
I would like to understand what they mean.
Me too. I only know what half of them are. All right. It was a subtype of fighter man. Could you have guessed that? Of course, it's a subtype of fighter
Yeah,
man.
of course. Yeah.
And I'm going to make an assertion right now. I think it still should be. I think the Ranger.
Sounds like Fighter Man. I was gonna say something earlier.
I think the Ranger shouldn't be its own class.
Ooh, hot takes, hot takes.
This
Okay.
is my hot take. I think it should be a subclass of fighter,
Mhm.
and I don't think it should be in the in the player's handbook. I think it should be like in some weird supplement somewhere.
Okay, I'm excited. I would have to know a little bit more about Rangers before you explain all the way why you think that. But
Oh, have you? Oh, you might not be aware of this, but in the Dungeons and Dragons culture in Fifth Edition,
yeah.
Rangers were pretty weak in Fifth Edition.
Oh, okay, I didn't know that.
And people were generally kind of like not too hyped about it. Like Ranger, it's such a cool idea. I would love to play a Ranger. 3.5 Rangers, awesome. You know what? I'm gonna just get in my notes. Hold on.
Yeah.
We're gonna cover this. Um, it was a subtype of the fighter class in the AD&D first book. They were a weaker fighter than fighters, but they got spells and could surprise foes easier, while it was harder for them to get surprised. They have been in every version since as a mainstay of fantasy archetypes. They were dope as hell in 3rd edition and 3.5, and I understand they were amongst the most powerful classes in 4th edition. But then 5th edition came out, and the Rangers sucked. Everyone hated the Ranger. And then the general consensus from YouTube videos and podcasts and stuff that I listen to is every class got better and stronger and more interesting going from 5th to 5.5,
Yeah.
except the Ranger. The Ranger
Mm.
sucks arguably worse in 5.5.
Oh no. Okay.
And I'm going to make a case for you today
Hmm.
that actually doesn't suck. I think it's actually pretty good.
Okay.
If you're trying to build an interesting, useful character, you can do that with the Ranger. If you just want to do the maximum damage output, yeah, you're better off going with a fighter.
Okay.
And that's why I think honestly there should just be like a fighter subclass that gets nature spells and you call it a ranger.
Yeah.
But anyway, other than that, um, I would now like to read to you the ranger from the book.
Okay.
Okay. Ooh, I'm pulling it up right now. Everybody can see me on the camera flipping through
Looking
my
through his
phone.
phone. I got the player's handbook right here. He could look at it on in the book. He's got it on his little phone.
All right.
Is the whole video going to be on our Patreon, Sean?
I can put the video on Patreon. Yeah, I was gonna put it on YouTube.
Oh, you're putting the whole video on YouTube?
No.
Okay. No, we can do that. I'm excited about that.
Yeah, maybe put the.
Hey, we're business planning as we record. This is how we do it.
Well, I should talk to you about the AI idea off air. I mostly had that idea this morning while I was sitting in a Brahms
I
parking
love
lot.
it. I love it. We're down.
Okay. Okay. So we now know the idea of the ranger.
Yes.
All right. And I think the class executes it. Now, we have talked before, like with the cleric, how just the base class is giving you so much that the subclasses are just kind of adding flavor. And then other classes like the bard, the subclasses are so strong that the base class is kind of weak. I would argue that one thing that seems kind of unappealing about the ranger is that the base classes are underwhelming but still solid, and the subclass is also underwhelming but solid.
Yeah.
I think you get instead of getting one bad thing, one good thing, you just get two medium things.
Yeah.
So nothing that you read jumps off the page as you as impressive, and some things jump off the page at you as stupid.
Okay.
But you get a lot of crap. I'm
Yeah.
about to read so many words.
Okay. Okay, I'm ready.
Okay, my mouth feels like extra wet today. I've been really hydrated. I've been like,
Congrats.
I've been driving in the car
That's a good. I'm gonna take
nonstop.
a drink. Thanks for reminding me.
Yeah.
Everyone, take a drink.
Okay. So normally I skip the core ranger traits or
Mm-hmm.
the core class traits, the little thing in the blue box.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go over it today because I think it's important. Primary ability, dexterity, and wisdom. So that's just telling you like you need a good dex and you need a good wisdom. But those are two of the good things to need because dexterity very important for your saves, and also dexterity very important for your AC.
Yeah.
So to need a good dexterity is a good thing. What wisdom? Also very good. The most devastating spells in the game attack your dex and your wisdom.
Hmm.
In my opinion, I don't know if that's a fact, but that's what it seems like to me. All right, hit point D10. Get plenty of hit points. Nice
Yeah.
D10. Saving throw proficiencies, strength, and dex. So you're really going to be good at those dex saves. Skill proficiencies, choose three. A lot of classes are just choose three. This gets three. And
Okay.
you get three pretty legit ones. Animal handling, flavorful, I think it's dumb.
It's very. Oh, you what? You think it's dope?
No.
You said dumb.
Yeah.
What? I love animal handling.
Oh, hey, I mean, it's fun. I just think it's very practical.
Okay. But what if there's a carriage that's run away when you're trying to kill Strahd and you're on the back of it, and then you need to jump on the horse's back to rein in the carriage? You're looking at me so crazy.
How many other times did you use animal handling in that whole campaign?
We literally had horses painted as zebras, so we could have if we someone had animal handling.
Okay, okay.
Okay, all
All
right,
right.
fine.
And especially if you're the ranger, if
Yeah,
anybody in the party is going to have animal handling, it's you.
that makes sense.
And you get three, so you might as well. But then you also got athletics, insight, investigation, nature, perception, stealth, survival.
Okay,
So this is very good ones, very on brand,
on
and
brand.
you get just three. You get martial weapons, you get medium armor. That's you're pretty good at fighting with that.
Right.
All right. Far from the bustling cities, amid the trees of trackless forests and across wild plains, rangers keep their unending watch in the wilderness.
Mm.
Rangers learn to track their quarry as predator does, moving stealthily through the wilds and hiding themselves in brush and rubble. Thanks to their connection with nature, rangers can also cast spells that harness primal powers of the wilderness. A ranger's talents and magic are honed with deadly focus and protection the world from ravages of monsters and tyrants. All right, so that was cool, right? I read that real dramatic, like.
Yeah, I liked it. I like the flavor.
Okay. So, Ranger class features. They have so many freaking class features in the core class, and they get so many class features in the subclasses.
Yeah.
Let's go over them all. So, class features, you get spell casting. There are half casters, so they only ever go up to fifth level spells. Spellcasting is there to be cool, but it's not your whole deal. But it kind of is your whole deal because you get a spell called Hunter's Mark that only the Ranger gets. Hunter's Mark was a class feature in 5th edition. It's a spell in 5.5. And wait, is it Hunter's Mark or Favorite Enemy? What's it called?
I thought Hunter's Mark you could use with other, or I know that.
Yeah, it's Hunter's Mark.
Okay, it's Hunter. Never mind.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
thinking something
Hunter's Mark. But it's the class ability is favorite enemy. So the class ability is favorite enemy. You always have the Hunter's Mark spell prepared. You can cast it twice without expending a spell slot, and you regain all expended uses of this ability when you finish a long rest. The number of times you can cast a spell without a spell slot increases when you reach certain ranger levels, as shown on the favorite enemy column of the ranger table. So the it goes up with your proficiency bonus. So when you get to what's that 17th level, you get 6 uses a day, and that's as high as it goes. All right, and I now would like to read that spell because it is very important because your whole thing's going to be built around it. All right, so one bonus action, range 90 feet, concentration up to an hour. You magically mark one creature you can see within range as your query. Until the spell ends, you deal an extra 1d6 force damage to the target whenever you hit it with an attack roll.
Mm.
You also have advantage on any wisdom, perception, or survival checks you make to find it. If the target drops to 0 hit points before the spell ends, you can take a bonus action to move the mark to a new creature you can see within range. At higher spell levels, your concentration can last longer if you use a 3 to 4th level spell, up to 8 hours, 5 or plus, up to 24 hours.
Hmm.
Let's talk about good and bad things about this
Yeah.
spell. Worth going into. Good thing, it's force damage.
Yeah.
That's one of the harder things to be resistant to. Good thing, 90-foot range, one bonus action, pretty easy to cast that. Other good things, that wisdom, perception, and survival check to basically track it. Uh, well, I don't know if this is good because there's the spell, I believe it's Mind Spike, which just the wizard can just cast that and just know wherever the creature runs off to.
Got you.
They
Yeah.
just know where it is exactly for 24 hours.
Yeah.
But it's very thematic that you actually are tracking it and having to make checks. Um, you get to. It's mostly there though for the extra damage, and it's 1d6 force damage. So and it never goes up. 1d6 extra
That's so
damage.
it never goes up. Okay.
Yeah, 1d6 extra force damage stops looking cool around like level 3 or 4.
Yeah. If anything, it's just like another thing to track.
Yeah. So let's just keep that in mind. That is the big thing your class is built around.
Yeah.
And so that's a check in the not cool column.
Mm-hmm.
All right, level 1, weapon mastery. Hey, you get weapon mastery? Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
That's awesome. And so you got 2 kinds of weapons you're proficient in. Like you want to build a fighter that's just,
Really good at the bow.
yeah, hey, there's one. I would really love to play a ranger that was like a specialized bow person.
Yeah.
But you get 2 weapons, and you know how weapon mastery works. You can switch it out at a long rest, so that's cool. Deft Explorer. I think this feature is really cool, and it's only level 2. Um, choose one of your skill proficiencies with which you lack expertise. You gain expertise in that skill, so that's a pretty huge bonus. And
Yeah.
then languages, it's like Lewis and Clark. You get to learn 2 more languages for free, so that's pretty cool.
Just like Lewis and Clark.
Yeah. And then fighting style at level 2. This is a pretty sad class. Level 2, we're getting weapon
Mhm.
mastery. We're learning languages. We're doing fighting styles. So you get to pick from all the fighting styles the fighter gets to pick from. You're not limited like the paladin is. You get to pick from all the fighting styles.
Yeah.
So that's pretty rad. If you want to be that archer, you can get the archery one that gives you like a +2 to hit. That's pretty rad.
Yeah.
And you're doing that 1d6 force damage. We're building a pretty cool archer. And then you also have a different option, and I like this. I wouldn't pick it with every fight. I'm not going to say like every druid or every ranger should pick it, but I do like that it has it. It's called Druidic Warrior. You learn
Mm.
2 druid cantrips of your choice. 2, pretty good.
Okay.
Those chosen cantrips count as ranger spells for you, and wisdom is your spell casting ability for them. Whenever you gain a ranger level, you can replace one of those cantrips with another druid cantrip. So I mean, you're already that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Anyway, and then level 3, you get to pick your subclass. We'll go over all the subclasses in a minute. Level 4, ability score improvement. You know about that. Level
Yes.
5, extra attack. It's pretty cool. I mean, you're pretty much a fighter. Level 6, roving. This one's awesome. Your speed increases by 10 feet while you aren't wearing heavy armor.
Mm-hmm.
That 10 feet of extra movement is huge.
Yeah.
This next sentence is fucking wild.
Okay, I'm ready.
You also have a climb speed and a swim speed equal to your speed. I did the math on it when I was writing my notes, but I forgot to write it down. This makes you like 3 times faster than Michael Phelps.
Oh, hell yeah.
You can swim
You
at
could build
40.
Aquaman.
You can swim at 40
Oh
feet
my God, I'm gonna build
in
it.
6 seconds. Is faster than Michael Phelps.
I love it. I love this. I've changed all my plans for future characters. We're just gonna have this really, really fast swimmer girl.
But that's not fast swimmer. Hey, there's more stuff about aquatic. If you want to build Aquaman, you can get a dolphin.
I know. I saw. Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
I'm excited to talk about it.
Level 6, expertise. Choose two of your skill proficiencies with which you lack expertise. You gain expertise in the skill, so you're really skill heavy. So you can make your stealth. I would probably, the first time I get this, I'd probably go stealth. Then I'm probably going to go perception and survival or nature or something.
Okay.
I know. Level 10, tireless. Primal forces now help fuel you on your journeys, granting you the following benefits.
Hmm.
Temporary hit points. As a magic action, you can give yourself a number of temporary hit points equal to 1d8 plus your wisdom modifier, which is probably 3 or 4. You can use this action a number of times equal to your wisdom modifier, and you regain all expended uses when you finish a long rest.
Hmm.
This is very similar to Second Wind, the
Yeah.
fighter gets very similar, but it's temporary hit points, and it's magic actions. That's pretty cool. You basically heal yourself up, probably like 8 hit points
Yeah.
3 times a day.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's something. And then you also get decreased exhaustion at level 10. Whenever you finish a short rest, your exhaustion level, if any, decreases by 1.
What is the exhaustion
I've
level?
never used exhaustion
What
level.
is that?
There are like spells, and if you don't take long rests,
Yeah.
you get exhaustion levels, and
Interesting. This
and
is news
they
to me. Never heard of this.
yeah we didn't use them
Yeah.
because it's just like it's so easy to take it. But like I guess if you're doing a more survival heavy wilderness campaign,
Fair, which a ranger would make sense in.
but also this is level 10. Level 10 wizards can just conjure up mansions for you to sleep in.
Fair.
Like this is like
Well, you get it kind of late.
I
It's a
play
slow burn.
the wizard's my favorite class.
Yes, you've said that.
And, yeah, have I made that clear?
I don't think so.
Um, it's just like, oh wow, this guy can like whenever you finish a short rest, your exhaustion level of any decreases by 1.
For
Like
some obscure thing that most people don't use, would that be a fair
I don't know
call?
if most people don't use it, but I've never played with anybody who's used exhaustion levels. But it's just like, do you know what a level 10 wizard can do? Do you know
I know.
they can
Yes,
summon a
you
fucking
taught us about it.
dragon? You can conjure a dragon and just ride around on
But
a
a
fucking
ranger's a
dragon.
little bit less sleepy.
If you're in the middle of the woods and your ranger's like, guys, I feel so refreshed after that nap. I'm like, cool, bro. I just got back from the tavern on my fucking dragon. Anyway. Level 13, Relentless Hunter. Taking damage can't break your concentration on Hunter's Mark. Okay,
Okay.
this is fucking useless. Hunter's Mark at level 13, it's like you shouldn't even care if you're just losing 1d6
Because
damage.
it's 1d6 damage, that's right. Yeah.
1d6 damage.
But doesn't it does more than just 1d6 damage.
1d6 damage, and you get to track people better.
Yeah.
Like, if again, but like level 13. Level 13, my dearie. My poor,
Oh, the my
poor
dearie's
sweet,
out.
my poor sweet little Aragorn's
Oh,
over here.
sweetie.
He's tracking the Orakai
Honey.
across the plains.
Well, now he doesn't ever lose concentration on that goal.
Yeah. Anyway, they're taking the Hobbit's to Isengard.
We're roasting rangers right now.
Okay, level 14, Nature's Veil. You invoke spirits of nature to magically hide yourself. As a bonus action, you can give yourself the invisible condition until the end of your next turn.
What does that look like?
So as a bonus, like you just go wee. You wave your finger, you rub some leaves on your face.
Spirits hide you. Okay.
The spirits of nature, yeah. You can use this feature a number of times equal to your wisdom modifier, and you regain all expended uses when you finish a long rest. All right, so you can go invisible. And invisibility is just till your next turn.
Mm-hmm.
That's cool. Level 17, Precise Hunter. You have advantage on attack rolls against creatures currently marked by your hunter's mark. Level 17.
Mm-hmm.
That is a first level cleric spell.
Mm-hmm.
That is guy that and everybody knows that's the worst spell in the game.
Not Mage
I think
Hand
it's
was
a
the worst
cantrip.
one.
I think it's a cantrip. Guidance? Isn't that what it's called? Guidance?
Yeah, I don't
No,
know the.
guidance is the 1d4 to that Shadow Hearts always get me to pick locks. Um,
Hey, he's playing Boulder's Gate. We didn't talk about that. We got this guy to play Boulder's
I'm
Gate.
playing Baldur's Gate.
We'll talk about it
Shadow Heart can
next episode, I
Shadow Heart.
bet.
Shadow Heart's dumb.
Are you Carlock guy?
Oh, I'm playing as a girl.
Oh, Carlock girl.
I'm a
Perfect.
girl top bard.
Oh.
Um, yeah, Will's dumb. I just got Volo in my camp. Volo's dope. I love that guy.
Oh, have you gotten. Okay.
Okay.
Continue.
Um,
Everybody else is like, he's great. I love Volo. There's nothing that happens with him. He's perfectly normal.
one of the books are named after him,
Yeah.
but also one of the books are named after Tasha.
Yep.
All right, level 19, you get an epic. Oh, hold on. Level 18. You're level 18. You have made it to level 18. Your connection to the forces of nature gain grants you blind sight for 30 feet.
Okay, I, who am still learning D&D, sounds pretty lame. Like I've stopped really paying attention since level 13.
Okay, hold on. Level 19, epic boon. Epic boons are cool. Everybody gets that level
Everybody gets
19.
that, yeah.
Level 20,
Please be good.
like paladins are turning into angels. Clerics are casting miracles.
Okay.
I mean, what do you think the ranger gets at level? What top amazing ability can the ranger get at 20th
Can I
level?
I'm gonna make one up. I know it's not true because this would be badass. And I know whatever you're about to say is not badass. You get to summon your Patronus spirit animal.
Oh, that'd be
And it
cool.
comes out of fucking nowhere and destroys your enemies.
That'd be awesome.
Is it that?
No, it's actually way cooler. The
Oh,
damage die of your hunter's mark, it goes from 1d6 to 1d10.
I freaking hate you for getting me all excited and then
It your hunter's
pushing me
mark,
down
your
again.
hunter's mark on average does 2 more damage. And by level 20, a lot of shit's immune to force damage.
I love the sass you're giving me about this
This
too.
is you designed the ranger, didn't you?
Did I design the ranger?
But hold on. I just want
No.
to point out that was a lot of you get a lot of things. Not all of it's great. Most of it's mediocre to bad. But that's a lot of stuff. And you're still getting spells. What are you talking about? You get a whole bunch of spells. You get some good spells. You get cure wounds. You get entangle. You get
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Hunter's Mark. Of course, you have to take that one. Speak with animals. That's a first level spell. Come on. And then you get bark skin, magic weapons, silence, spike growth is powerful. So you're getting all these spells. Top of the lines, fifth level spells. Well, you got commune with nature, swift quiver, tree stride. It's cool stuff. All right, let's talk about subclasses. Beastmaster.
Okay.
You bond with a primal beast. So you get all that mediocre stuff and you get to hang out with animals. You magically summon a primal beast, which draws strength from your bond with nature. Choose its stat block: beast of the land, beast of the sea, beast of the sky. You also determine the kind of animal it is. So this cleans up a lot on 5th edition because you're not having to reference the monster manual. The stat blocks for beasts of the sky, beasts of the sea, and beasts of
Oh, that's
the
nice.
land are in the rangers thing.
Yeah.
Even in 3.5, it was like I'm gonna hang out with a bear, and then you gotta have a monster manual just open to the bear page. Um, Also, the way it works, I'm not going to read everything here, but you can switch just whenever the hell you want.
Oh, really?
Your animal dies,
Oh,
you
okay.
get a new animal.
But I want to talk about that because I did review Rangers before we start this episode, and I did notice, which was kind of a letdown to me, that you're not like actually summoning, or you don't have like a real animal friend. It's a spiritual animal that you're summoning. Because it says in there, and I don't know if you already said that or we have gotten to it yet, it says it disappears when you die. It just doesn't sound like it's an actual physical animal.
No, it's like a beast you find in nature.
Oh, really? Well, no, I mean it's what you find in nature, but it's an actual animal that you've tamed. Maybe I misread it. That's totally possible.
This is the way I picture it.
Yeah.
You wake up from your long rest. You sit down in a pose
Mhm.
of like a Buddhist like meditative state,
Okay, yeah.
and you commune with nature.
Yeah.
And then a bear walks out of the woods
And
and rubs
nuzzles up
its
against you.
nuzzles you,
Yeah, of course.
and that bear is your friend. Or you just like go down the mountaintop and stick your arm out, and an eagle lands on it.
Yeah.
So anyway, you can just be like, I got the beast in the land. It's
Yeah.
a bear, it's a tiger, it's an elk. What's your Patronus?
Um, I don't remember what it is, but I would,
What do you mean you don't remember?
well, I was thinking about the actual Harry Potter Patronus that you get if you take the quiz online.
Oh, like
Um,
you just didn't make that up. My
it would
Patronus is a bear,
is a bear. Okay,
but not like a scary one, like a
mine would be
cuddly
a
one.
stoat.
What's a stoat?
They are these little ferret things. They're from the same like I think animal species tree as ferrets, and they're like totally white, and they're really really cute and adorable.
Sounds like they'd make a good coat in the winter.
Yeah, I'm sure there's stoat scarves out there, but we do not make stoats out of my spirit animal, Sean.
Okay.
Okay, thank you very much.
All
Wait,
right.
what did you say? Yours would be a bear? Unpack that. Why would it be a bear?
Because they're good at cuddles.
Aw.
All
All
right.
right, good.
So I don't read everything, but basically, like you use your bonus action to make it attack, and if you use your attack action to make it attack,
Yeah.
it does an extra good attack.
Okay.
So that's cool. Um, then there's the stat blocks, they're cool. And then at level 7, exceptional training. When you take a bonus action to command your primal companion beast to take an action, you can also command it to take the dash, disengage, dodge, or help action. That's pretty cool because it's also taking that. Like
Yeah.
it's dashing and attack. Um, which is what makes Asterion powerful in Baldur's Gate. He can dash and attack in the same turn, or at least how I've built him. He can.
Oh, good. You built
Yeah,
him better. He was useless in my party.
he's like the strongest in
I
my
wasn't
party.
I wasn't very good at Boulder's Gate, admittedly. But the second time around that I'm playing it, which I'm actually we'll talk about at the end because I'm actually playing a ranger. It's been easier because I kind of know what I'm doing.
You're playing a ranger in Baldur's Gate?
Yeah, I didn't want to. That's why I wanted to review it before we started talking
Spoiler
about
alert!
it. Anyways,
But
yeah,
also, I'm finding more and more things about the rules are different,
it is different.
just little
Yeah,
bits.
oh for sure.
All right, 11 level 11 bestial fury. When you command your primal companion beast to take the beast strike action, that's the better attack I told you, where you give up one of your attacks.
Yeah,
If you have two attacks, you only have to give up one to have them do this. In addition, the first time the beast can use it twice, so that's cool. In addition, the first time each turn it hits a creature under the effects of the Hunter's Mark spell, the beast deals force damage equal to the bonus damage of that spell.
mm.
So your beast can do the extra 1d6.
Hmm.
Are you kidding me? Now, hey, I'm doing 1d6. I have two attacks. I sacrifice one. My bear gets to do two attacks. One of his attacks is doing a
Yeah.
d6. I'm actually putting out some damage. And when my bear attacks, he actually knocks the creatures prone. And you have advantage on prone creatures. We're,
Uh,
we're tearing people up.
I would want my stoat to knock people prone.
You like chew their Achilles tendon and they fall
Oh,
over.
damn, that was a lot more brutal than honestly. I was just thinking that it pounced on him real hard, but you got it nibbling its tendons off. Okay.
Level 15. When you cast a spell targeting yourself, you can also affect the primal companion beast with the spell if the beast is within 30 feet of you. So that counts as healing. That's, again, it's not that big of a deal, but anyway. Because these beasts, when they die, you just get a new one.
Yeah.
You gotta wait an hour.
Before you summon another from a mountaintop?
Have you?
That's what I mean. Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Have you seen Forest Warrior?
No, but I've heard you talk about it.
All right, Fey Wanderer. This is the next subclass.
Okay.
Oh, so I think there's way too much Fey bullshit in
Wait, it's called
D&D.
what?
Fey Wanderer.
Fey Wanderer?
Yeah. Is that yours?
No,
Which one? What's the class for you?
I did the beast one.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Okay. Fey Wonder, a Fey mystique surrounds you. Thanks to the boon of an archfey or a location in the Feywild that transformed you. However, you gained Fey magic. You are now a Fey Wanderer. Your joyful laughter brightens the hearts of the downtrodden, and your martial prowess strikes terror in your foes.
Aw.
So you're bipolar as fuck. For great is the mirth of the Fey, and dreaded is their fury. So I recently watched Labyrinth,
Yeah.
and so now I'm scared of Faye because even though he was the Goblin King, he was an Archfey.
Yeah, yeah, he was humanoid.
Yeah. Level 3, Dreadful Strikes. You can augment your weapon strikes with mind-scarring magic drawn from the murky hollows of the Feywild. When you hit a creature with a weapon, you can deal an extra. Guess how much?
D6.
Nope, D4. You can deal an extra
Oh,
D4 psychic damage to the target, which can take this extra damage only once per turn. So don't double attack it. The extra damage increases to 1d6 when you reach a level 11.
mm.
Awesome. Level 3, Fey Wanderer spells. When you reach a ranger level specified in the Fey Wanderer spells table, you thereafter always have the listed spells prepared. Charm Person at level 3, Misty Step, which is fucking a great spell, level 5. Summon Fey, fucking great spell, level 9. Dimension Door, fucking great spell, level 13. Mislead, fucking great spell, level
I
17.
love Dimension Door.
When you also possess a Fey Blessing, choose from one of the Feywild Gifts table or determine it randomly. Would you like me to read all, or do you want to pick a number and I'll tell you what you
Ooh,
get?
I want to pick a number. I want to roll for the lore.
Roll for Lori,
Okay.
1d6.
Uh,
Just you can just say a
I'm
number.
going to say 12.
Oh, that doesn't. No, no.
Fine, 2.
2. Flowers bloom from your hair each dawn.
What the fuck? Wait,
Mm.
okay. No,
Hold on. Pick 5.
5.
Horns or antlers sprout from your head.
Perfect.
I
All
know that's
right.
the one you want.
Yes, but you have to roll for it.
You can pick
Oh,
or roll.
okay. Okay.
Level 3, Otherworldly Glamour. Whenever you make a charisma check, you gain a bonus to the check equal to your wisdom modifier. You also gain proficiency in one of these skills of your choice: deception, performance, or persuasion.
Hmm.
So this is kind of like the Lewis and Clark hanging
Yeah,
out
with
with.
the pay.
I mean, they're kind of getting some skills,
Yeah, I
you
guess
know.
that's true. Yeah.
They're getting Dimension Door. They're getting travel-based
Mm,
spells.
okay.
They're upping their. They're very deceptive toward
You
the
know,
indigenous
I
population.
you don't like this one, but I like this one. I might try this one out in our Patreon campaign. Actually.
The Feywild one.
Yeah.
I like the Feywild one. I like the next one more, but I like the Feywild one more than the animal one.
Okay.
Level 7, Beguiling Twist. This is the most complicated feature I've read in all of
Oh,
D&D ever.
great.
Okay, the magic of the Feywild guards your mind. You have advantage on saving throws to avoid or end the charmed or frightened condition. I wish that was all it was. I wish the more stuff gives you more stuff, but I wish that was it.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to read this to you
Oh,
slowly. I'm going to
okay.
read it to you as if though I'm reading it to a kindergartner.
Okay.
And then I
But
want
it's not
you to
because of me.
summarize it.
Oh
And then
shit.
you summarize it.
I'm on it.
In addition, whenever you or a creature you can see within 120 feet of you succeeds on the saving throw to avoid or end the charmed or frightened condition, you can take a reaction to force a different creature you can see within 120 feet of yourself to make a wisdom save against your spell save DC. On a failed save, the target is charmed or frightened, your choice, for 1 minute. The target repeats the save at the end of each of its turns, ending the effect on a success.
Okay. So if you try to charm something and it doesn't work, then somebody else within 120 feet of you can get charmed if they pass a with some sort of saving throw every time at the start of their turn.
Yeah. I mean, you basically got it right.
Oh yeah.
I had to read that 4 times before I could
But
understand it.
see, I think I understood it because you were reading it to me. I feel like reading that would have been a nightmare. Run on sentence alert. Like it,
Yeah,
how long is that sentence?
yeah. I think that whole thing was
There's at
two
least
sentences. I only
16
see
verbs
two
in
periods.
it. Yeah. Oh, really? Oh my
Yeah.
God.
All right, level. So it's actually really cool because it's whenever you or a creature you can see within 120 feet of you succeeds on a saving throw.
Mhm.
It doesn't have to be your saving throw.
Right.
So, and then if you succeed on a saving throw, you can throw it back at the guy that was making you make that saving throw. That's pretty cool. A little
Okay.
counter action.
Cool.
Or his lackeys or whatever. Okay, level 11, Fey Reinforcements. Love this class feature. This big class feature here. You can cast Summon Fey, and remember, you always have it prepared without a material component. The material component is 300 GP, so you're
Yeah.
saving some money. You can also cast it once without a spell slot, so you get a cool extra spell each day. And you regain the ability to cast this way once you finish a long rest. Whenever you start casting the spell, you can modify it so that it doesn't require concentration. That's pretty cool
That
because
is cool.
Hunter's Mark, your signature spell, requires
Yes.
concentration.
Yes, that is useful.
If you do that, though, it only lasts for 1 minute.
Okay.
But that's the fights only last for 1 minute.
Yeah.
So, all right, level 15, Misty Wanderer. Also love this. You can cast Misty Step without expending a spell slot. You can do so a number of times equal to your Wisdom modifier, and you regain it long rest, blah, blah. In addition, whenever you cast Misty Step, you can bring a buddy with you.
Gotta bring a buddy.
That's pretty cool.
That is cool.
All right, Gloomstalker. I legit think a Gloomstalker is cool.
Yeah.
Gloomstalkers are at home in the darkest places, wielding magic drawn from the Shadowfell to combat enemies that lurk in darkness. And I love the art. It's like a hot dwarf chick with a crossbow. All right, level 3, Dread Ambusher. You have mastered the art of creating fearsome ambushes, granting you the following benefits. Ambusher's Leap. At the start of your first turn of each combat, your speed increases by 10 feet until the end of that turn. This is good if you're a ranger or melee, if you're like because you can run to an advantageous place to shoot your bow from, or you can go get in combat. And remember, you're also going to get more feet. I think it was it level 4 or 8 or
Yeah, where
something.
you get 10.
So eventually, you're going to have to be able to move 50 feet in the first round. So you're going to get exactly where you need to get. All right, and then you get Dreadful Strike. When you attack a creature and hit it with a weapon, you can deal an extra 2d6 psychic damage. You can use this benefit only once per turn. You can use it a number of times equal to your wisdom modifier, and you regain all expended uses when you finish a long rest. And you get an initiative bonus. When you roll initiative, you can add your wisdom modifier to the roll. So that first round of combat, you're going first,
Yeah.
you're getting where you need to do, and you're hitting big with an extra 2d6 psychic damage.
Right.
That's pretty cool.
Mhm.
That was all level 3. I feel like it might actually be worth it if you were doing a barbarian or a fighter to like do 3 levels of this just for that ability. I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know for sure. I don't like multi-classing. I think I'm actually morally opposed to
Oh,
multi-classing
why so?
because I'm a dick.
Oh, okay. Okay, yeah. That checks out. You've always seemed like such a dick to me. No, that doesn't make any sense. Is it just because it
I just
just
don't like it. I don't like.
yeah.
I don't like it in 5th edition. It was cool in 3.5.
Yeah.
3.5 was like built for it. I feel like 5th edition, all the classes are so flavorful and unique and rely on more of the class features than feats. Because 3.5 is more about feats. I feel like
Mhm.
you will. I feel like any 6th level, any different class will be stronger if it's 6 levels of a single class than any combination.
Okay.
Because you got to keep in mind the what do you call it, the like the action economy.
Mhm.
Because like yes, if you were a 3rd level rogue and a 3rd level wizard, there'd be a lot of different cool things you can do and like out of combat. But when it comes to combat, you're either stabbing someone with a knife or casting a spell.
Yeah.
And you are not good at either of those things because you're only third level in each.
Yep.
So, all right, Gloomstalker spells. When you reach a ranger level specified in the Gloomstalker spells table, you thereafter always have the listed spells prepared. Disguise Self, third level, fifth level, Rope Trick. Rope Trick's cool. Love Rope Trick. Ninth level, Fear. 13th level, Greater Invisibility. 17, Seeming. I don't know what Seeming does. All right, but those are the ones of those I know are cool. 13th, Greater Invisibility. I love it. All right, Umbral Sight, level 3. So we're
Mm-hmm.
still at level 3. You gain dark vision with a range of 60 feet. If you already have dark vision, when you gain this feature, increase it by 60 feet. You are
Damn.
also adept at evading creatures that rely on dark vision. While entirely in darkness, you have the invisible condition to any creature that relies on
Wow.
dark vision to see you in the darkness. This is all third level. So I think this is pretty stacked. Level 7, Iron Mind. You have honed your ability to resist mind affecting powers. You gain proficiency in wisdom saving throws. If you already have this proficiency, you instead gain proficiency in intelligence or charisma saving throws. I think that's pretty solid. Level 11, Stalker's Flurry. The psychic damage of your dreadful strike becomes 2d8. In addition, when you use the Dreadful Strike effect of your Dread Ambusher feature, you can cause one of the following additional effects. Sudden Strike. You can make another attack with the same weapon against a different creature that is within 5 feet of the original target, and that is within the weapon's range. I think this is really cool for archers.
Yeah.
You just shoot you, now I'm going to shoot the guy next to you. Mass Spear, the target
Ooh.
the target and each creature within 10 feet of it must make a wisdom saving throw against your spell save DC on a failed save. A creature has the frightened condition until the start of your next turn.
Cool.
Level and that's level 11. Level 15, Shadowy Dodge. When a creature makes an attack roll against you, you can take a reaction to impose disadvantage on that roll. Whether the attack hits or misses, you can teleport up to 30 feet to an unoccupied space you can see. This one, I'm not a little unsure.
Hmm.
When a creature makes an attack roll against you, you can take a reaction to impose disadvantage on that roll. Whether the Oh, okay, so you do have to sit there. It would be cooler if you could just Misty Step and not get hit.
Yeah, that would be cool. It'd be also pretty good for storytelling too.
But level 15, everybody's got multiple attacks. So you do this on the first attack, even if you probably don't get hit, but even if you
Yeah.
do, you're not there for the rest of it. Great for an archer who just needs to not be in melee.
Yes.
Um, Hunter, this is the hot guy in the book.
I know. And Hunter, this is like Hunter's the most boring one for sure. You're good at hunting.
Oh my god, I don't even want to read this. No, I'm joking. I'm joking. You stalk prey in the wilds and elsewhere, using your abilities as a hunter to protect nature and people everywhere from forces that would destroy them. Level 3, Hunter's Lore. Hey, we like lore here. We like lore.
We do like lore, so
We don't like the lore of
listening.
Master Bard.
The Lore Master Bard? Yeah, we did. We kind of came around on that episode.
Yeah, I kind of want to build one.
Yeah.
Uh, oh, my character in Baldur's Gate is one.
Okay, so you love it.
They didn't have the Glamour Bard. You told me they had the Glamour Bard and they
They did.
didn't.
They did. They.
Well, I didn't download the update or something.
Well, yeah, maybe that's
I
it,
didn't know
or
that.
maybe. Okay.
But I'm really good at vicious mockery.
Okay.
You can call on the forces of nature to reveal certain strengths and weaknesses of your prey. While a creature is marked by your hunter's mark, you know whether that creature has any immunity, resistance, or vulnerabilities, and if the creature has any, you know what they are. Now, when I'm running, I let people make the appropriate knowledge, or I guess it's not knowledge anymore, but just like if you're fighting a monster, or give you a nature check or religion check to know about immunities or stuff, or I just look at you and just be like, yeah, of course a skeleton is immune to psychic damage. It doesn't have a brain.
You have done that to us in our campaigns before.
So,
Yep.
this is, depending on your DM, incredibly amazingly useful or pretty dumb.
Yeah.
Like, that really depends on the DM. Hunter's Prey. You gain one of the following feature options of your choice. Whenever you finish a short or long rest, you can replace the chosen option with the other one, Colossus Slayer. Your tenacity can wear down even the most resilient foes. When you hit a creature with a weapon, the weapon deals an extra 1d8 damage to the target if it's missing any of its hit points. You can deal this extra damage only once per turn.
Mm.
Hordebreaker. On each of your turns, when you make an attack with a weapon, you can make another attack with the same weapon against a different creature that is within 5 feet of the original target and is within the weapon's range and that you haven't already attacked this turn. Do you have any thoughts on those two features?
I just I have no interest in them. I don't know. I think this guy's just this one feels like a cop out. It's like, okay, you're a ranger and you're a hunter
Yeah,
ranger.
this is like the Paragon Hunter.
Yeah.
Level 7, Defensive Tactics.
No yawning
That
though.
wasn't a yawn. That wasn't a yawn.
This is lore and we love it
You
of all
gain,
flavors.
Lewis and Clark was Lord.
Okay.
You gain one of the following feature options of your choice. Whenever you finish a short or long rest, you can replace the chosen option with the other one.
Hmm.
Escape the Horde. Opportunity attacks have disadvantage against you.
Okay.
Multi-attack defense. When a creature hits you with an attack roll, that creature has disadvantage on all other attack rolls against you. Those are both pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
Level 11, Superior Hunter's Prey. Once per turn, when you deal damage to a creature marked by your Hunter's Mark, you can also deal that spell's extra damage to a different creature that you can see within 30 feet of the first creature.
Okay.
So you're getting an extra 1d6 of force damage
To somebody else.
to somebody else.
Yeah. Okay.
Hey, that's something.
It's something. Better than no damage.
It could force a spellcaster to make a concentration check.
Fair.
Could
Fair.
change the whole game.
Yep.
Level 15, Superior Hunter's Defense. When you take damage, you can take a reaction to give yourself resistance to that damage and any other damage of the same type until the end of your turn.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So that's cool. So
Yeah.
anyway, that was the longest entry of any of these classes I've read.
Yeah. I think it's.
And you just get a lot of okay stuff. You don't get any really cool stuff except for the animal companion. The animal companion is pretty cool.
Yeah. I chose it. Why did I choose to play a ranger my second playthrough through Baldur's Gate? I'm not really sure. I did notice that when you do get to have like that animal companion, it's nice, especially when you get to swap what type it is, because I would choose for certain fights ones that can fly, which helped a lot, especially against spellcasters, like you
How
said.
do the ones that fly help?
Because they're able to traverse the terrain that normally I would have to like walk around. They'd be able to like fly over the cracks and shit.
There are a lot of cracks,
There are a lot of
crags, chasms.
yeah, a lot of crevasses.
Yeah, there's so many crevasses in Baldur's Gate.
That's not how you say that word.
Yeah.
I was just doing that to mess with you
Mm.
and our listeners.
Well, anyway, I don't think. Would you ever play Ranger in a tabletop long campaign? Like you're like, I want to be playing this campaign potentially for years. This is a character I'm going to take from level 1 to 20. Let me build a Ranger.
Not at this time. I didn't find anything from any of the subclasses or main class that interested me, like particularly as a player. When I was playing the Artificer, I did try to have a homunculus. And to me, just managing an extra like player, or I guess just like an extra companion, was like a lot to think about, especially as a new player. So for me,
So
Ranger's a lot.
Jessica, in when we were playing in Ravenloft, Jessica's character was an artificer who was a brewmaster, and
Yeah.
her homunculus was a little beer stein. It
Yeah.
was very cute in my head, and she bought the tiniest little miniature beer bottle or beer mug
Yeah.
thing to be her mini for it. It was adorable.
But I just didn't build the artificer correctly. And this episode's not about artificers, but because the homunculus can exchange touch spells, and I didn't take any touch spells, so it was absolutely useless. But
But also that tiny little beer that she bought came in like a pack of 20.
yeah,
And so the other 19 ended up being my
just
minions
yeah, they
for
were minions. But
zombies and skeletons and
there's
stuff.
too many beer bottles. Um, but I think the ranger, I really wasn't. I liked the Fey one, not just because I could get antlers,
Yeah.
but because I thought, um, like when you refer to flavor, I think that one has the most potential.
Yeah, the so in my mind, the animal companion one's probably putting up the most damage.
Yeah,
But I've also experienced playing with animal companions, and I don't like that it's too much to think about.
yeah.
And um, I don't like, but I do think that the animal companions in this are stronger than fifth edition,
Okay,
and I do think that they are worthwhile. And I can see a lot of ways, especially if you're playing at a table that really gets into the tactics of it and really has terrain and maps and
that's true. If you're like
um,
really big on your
just like
the environments.
because if you're playing with the land one and you use the strike, they can get they knock the creature prone, and now everybody's got advantage to attack that creature.
Yeah,
And now your rogue's doing sneak attack.
yeah. So maybe we're just like being pretty limited in our way of thinking about how you could utilize a
But
ranger.
it's still a lot of thought.
That's what I felt as you were reading through the abilities. Like it's a lot of addition. Like you have to maintain a lot of different checks and a lot of different um I I guess areas. Not just damage.
I think if I was going to play one, I'd pick a Gloomstalker.
Yeah.
But I think what the Gloomstalker does well, I can accomplish better with a fighter and cool magic items.
Mm. If you played a Gloomstalker, though, what kind of character would you build out? Do you think? Like, what weapon types would you use?
I I I I, I would definitely do an archer.
Yeah, Archer.
I'd do an archer, Gloomstalker archer, probably an elf. Yeah,
That'd be cool. Yeah, I think my Baldur's Gate character is named Artemia.
Artemia.
Oh, appropriate, huh? Because after Artemis.
Yeah.
And yeah, she's a beast. I keep wanting to say Beastmaster because that's what you call it in WoW. But what is the actual title for that subclass?
Oh, is it not Beastmaster?
Oh, it might be.
Yeah, it's Beastmaster.
Perfect. Easy. I don't have to remember more words. Do you, okay, so if we were to rank this class amongst all the other ones we've talked about so far, where do you put it? Let's do as far as like appeal to you, that's one scale. And then the other scale is like general usability in a campaign.
I think it is usable. I think it's too much hate online.
Mhm.
I think people are too hard on it. But I do think that if I were to look at the Ranger overall, it's not my complaint isn't that it's too mechanically weak. It's not putting out enough damage. I'm going to say my complaint is that it's not fun.
Ooh, okay.
I mean, the Bard's not putting out a lot of damage, but they're doing fun stuff. I want to play Glamour Bard so bad, and like I don't care how much damage. I'm not trying to do damage. I'm trying to. They're doing fun stuff. I'm bossing people around, you know.
Yeah.
Um, and this is just like so many little things that you can't do anything well.
Mhm.
You spread too thin. Yeah, you know what this is? This is the opposite of a min-maxed class. Because min-maxing, which is an old grognard term that I never hear anybody on podcast or anywhere say anymore, and haven't in like 20 years. But min-maxing is how we built our characters back in like third edition days,
Yeah.
where you minimize your reliance on the things you're weak at and you maximize your potential to do the things you're good at. And the ranger's not good enough at any one thing to
For it to be
max
worth it. Yeah.
to maximize it. And the maximizing it isn't just about the numbers and it's about how you play the character. And so like their whole thing is like flavor wise is being in nature and hanging out in the woods and like you really have I've never played a campaign where the exploration part is a major part of it.
Yeah.
I've played campaigns where like survival at low levels, but like third, fourth level, your characters are functionally millionaires with unlimited resources. You know, by 11th level, your characters are superheroes. They're the most powerful people in the country. By 15th level, they're doing fucking god shit. And the fact that you're like good at climbing trees, nobody gives a shit.
Yeah, no one cares.
Nobody gives a shit.
Wizard turning into dragon versus guy on a tall tree.
You know?
Yeah, no, I agree with you.
So like now, if I was playing the game and I was like, guys, third level's as high as we're going. And then we're only just going to be third level. You know, people make the argument online all the time about how Gandalf was only a fifth level character. And if I was like playing like and in that world, you know, maybe Aragorn's only a third level character, and I was going for like some gritty fantasy, like I don't know.
Okay, well, there's something there though, because we played that mini like campaign where we were lower level characters, and that was fucking. It was kind of bomb because you didn't have to pay attention to all of these extra like crazy abilities. You get to really play out that hero's journey that we've talked about because you're not like reaching these milestones and all of a sudden getting really really powerful. You're kind of staying more at that lower level. So I could see that being fun as a ranger in those one-off campaigns.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All
So
right.
if you guys like rangers, we don't hate you.
Join our Patreon.
And join our Patreon and tell us why you like Rangers, or join our Patreon and tell us why you hate them, or why you hate our take on Patreon.
I also want to shout out Will from the Dungeon Cast, one of my
Yeah.
favorite podcasts. Some people might even say we were a little inspired by it. But yeah, if you check out the Dungeon Cast, Will rewrote his own whole class for the Ranger
Oh,
because
really? Okay.
he was so pissed off when the 5.5 Ranger came out. So yeah, if you join his Patreon, which is now defunct because their whole podcast is over, you can see that.
Okay.
It's pretty good. It looks a lot more fun than this shit.
Interesting. Okay.
I know I would play a ranger if somebody was like, I'm running the low to the ground adventure campaign, hanging out in the woods, low magic. But the thing is, that's just not D&D because every other class, no, like ranger would only be good if your whole party played rangers.
Did
If
we already say this about a class?
no, I think we
Oh, we talked about how
dreamt
fun it would be.
if we were all rogue or
All clerics or
all
something.
yeah. Well, you wanted to run an all cleric game for your first game. You're obsessed with the gods.
No, but because I mean the fighter and the ranger. Maybe that's why the ranger was so lackluster for me, is because I feel like I already heard about all this, and that's because the fighter can do so many things that the ranger can thematically.
Yeah, the rangers just like if you want to do damage, be a ranger or be a fighter. If you want to be a nature boy, be a druid.
Okay, fair.
You know,
Yeah.
if you want to be good at skills, be a rogue.
But if you want to have an animal,
If you want to have any horses are 15 gold. Just buy one.
just buy horse.
Just buy a horse.
Don't put it in battle, though.
Honestly, if
Don't
you want,
put your horse into battle.
if you want an animal, be a paladin. They get this fancy horse.
Okay.
All right.
Well, that was a great episode. I liked it. I liked a lot about I like hearing your perspective, especially when you think classes are wrong or like not as interesting, because
I mean, just I can't get over the fact that at level 20,
he's so mad about this.
you
Like,
functionally get 2 more damage
If you look,
once per
he's
turn.
like physically put out. Like, this is our first video. I don't want everyone to think his posture usually looks like this. He like just looks like,
I forgot we were doing video. I'm all slouching over
yeah,
here.
you're slouch. You just look like you read the worst news of your life, and it was the Ranger class.
Well, you know what it is? It's like every other class gets something at 20th level that functionally makes them immune to little shit.
Yeah,
Or, like I think we're talking about the cleric, how like you could just walk through a battlefield, you're immune, or one of the cleric subclasses, I think it was,
yeah,
like you're immune to all bludgeoning, slashing, piercing. Like you just
yeah.
walk across the battlefield, and a 20th level cleric gets to cast miracle.
Which is really cool.
You know,
Yeah. No, I agree. I am like not arguing with you. I agree with you. It's definitely. I'm excited that there's more classes and that we're not going to end the class journey on that note.
no, we're saving barbarian for last.
Oh, are we doing barbarian last?
Yeah, because that's my favorite. That's the first class I ever played.
Cool. And then what do we have left, Sean? You've made some great work out of making your way through these classes because we're pretty much done, right? We've got rogue, we've got monk,
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Monk. I'm going to save the monk
barbarian.
one until after we're a few sessions. Maybe monk will be our last one.
That would be fun.
Because just because we're going to play a monk in our next campaign that's starting in 20 days.
I'm so excited, and we actually have people. We've got a group.
Yeah.
They've committed to going.
Do they know that it's a prerequisite for them to listen to this whole podcast?
No, I'll let them know.
Better get on.
They
have to be Patreon members.
We gotta Okay, I'll peer pressure my friends.
All right.
Well, thank you, Sean.
Good podcast. Oh, we high five?
Are we gonna high five every time now?
Yeah.
Is that our thing? Okay, well, thanks for rolling with us.
Thanks for rolling with us.
Do we just leave for the video? Or do we just... Look how intense you look. Bye.
Oh my God, this is our longest podcast ever.
How long is it?
Hour 26.
Dude, we have to cut off some of it. We have to. Do you need me to edit anything?
The audio stopped recording.
Nuh-uh.
Yeah.
They have committed to going.
Do they know that it's a prerequisite for them to listen to this whole podcast?
No. I'll let them know.
Better get on. Just say real quick, thanks for rolling with us. That's all. All right, well, here. No.
Thanks for rolling with us.
Well, yeah.
Right now, you didn't give me like a signal to go. Thanks for rolling with us. Thanks for rolling with us. Yeah, we're gonna.
It won't connect to the mics. Here, yeah. So sorry. There was so much to read in there. I tried to make my up top portion much smaller because I knew there was going to be so much to read.
Yeah.
I think what I'll do is edit some down, and then maybe I'll go back and interject a little thing and just say, hey, we're about to go over the class in depth. It's super long. Like, if you want to bail now.
No, don't do that.
I'm just going to put it out there. Some people might not like it, but we won't make a habit out of it.
Okay. If you want to put it. Yeah, just at least to explain that. Don't say if you want to bail now.
Because, if when I see a podcast is way longer than usual, I get excited. When you see a podcast is way longer than usual, you get stressed out and don't like it.
No, that's... I don't get stressed out, but I definitely... I'm like, why is this so long?
You roll your eyes at it?
Yeah, I do. Yeah, and I think it's because I'm a creature of habit, though. I don't think that's a typical response, probably. I'm trying to think a lot of things that I do are not typical.
Jessica, there's no such thing as typical as the problem.
I know.
There is average, but nobody is average at all things.
We can cut out... I think you're going to be able to cut out a nice chunk of the beginning, because we talked a long time.
Oh, okay.
And I think there were a couple places
Oh,
where
I'm
we
still
went.
recording the video.
Oh, I'm not. I think I'll be okay.